Hey, this is Nicola Pellacani from Kalahari, a death groove metal band from Italy, and you're listening to J0KeR's Electric Circus on Metal Messiah Radio.
Why so serious, son? It's DJ J0KeR in the house.
tonight. I have Nicola Pellacani, vocalist of the Kalahari death groove metal band from Italy. Welcome, Nicola, to the Electric Circus radio show here at Metal Messiah Radio tonight. How are you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's a great pleasure to be here. I'm honored. Thanks for having me. Can't wait to kickstart this interview.
So, Nicola, please tell us how it got started for you in the beginning when you started to be a musician, a younger Nicola.
Okay. So it started very early for me, actually. I grew up with my father playing bass around the house all the time, a lot of vinyls and just music stuff. So my first band was started when I was 12 years old or so with my brother on the drums, and I played guitar and sang back then. I took a few lessons, and we started playing covers of Metallica, AC/DC, Green Day, and stuff like that. So that was my beginning, and then it grew on me. It's been 10 years almost.
So tell us how you became to come into the band Kalahari. I read it was 2016. Tell us how you got involved and got into the band as the singer.
Sure, Joker. Gino, the actual guitarist, wasn't part of the band either at the beginning. There were only the drummer, Alessandro, the bass player, Joshua, and the other guitarist, Gabriele. And I met Gino at a party. We started talking about metal. We both liked Metallica, Megadeth. We really were into old school thrash metal back then. And I was like, hey, dude, we should, start a band. And we just missed the other people. But one day he calls me and he goes, Nico, I just got hit up by this band. They're looking both for a guitarist and a singer. Why don't you come and rehearse and try out? So I listened to the stuff. I wasn't completely sure about the style because back then I didn't really like raspy vocals. I was more into cleans. Mm-hmm. And the demo they had was really heavy. But then, one thing pulled the other, and we just built the chemistry that keeps us alive today, and here we are.
Please tell us how you came up with the band Kalahari. I read that it's a huge desert located in Western Africa. Tell us about that. It's very interesting to me.
It is very interesting. So, as you said, Joker, the Kalahari Desert is this huge desert located in Africa. And it's a peculiar desert because it's not completely dry. It rains there, mm-hmm. but the soil is made in a way that it sucks all the water as soon as it pours onto it. And we chose this name because of a metaphor around this event that happens. Also, Kalahari in the old Tswana, which is a tribal language, means land of great thirst. And for us, that's kind of a parallel with the world we live in, a world mm-hmm. where there are so many opportunities just falling onto us, so many different inputs, but you're so confused by all of these opportunities that before you can grasp them, they fall off your hands and other people catch them before you, and you just get frustrated. And once you reach your goal, you're too old mm-hmm. and you die.
Nicola, please tell us about the newest offering, The Swarm. What studio did you guys record in, and how long did it take to make this album upcoming?
So, we're not currently planning on to releasing an album yet. We're pushing out singles because it really keeps us alive and keeps the attention up of our fan base. The Swarm, which we're going to release on July 14th. Well, actually, today. It's a song that I wrote mainly the guitars, and then we produced it first with my guitarist Gino, and then with our producer Jonathan Mazzeo of the Grid Europe. And it took us about 6 months to get the song down to its final version, because there are always bits that you want to change. And it's a song that speaks about conformity and how easy it is to be all the same, while the most beautiful thing people have are their differences, that make us not boring, you know?
Right. Who did the cover art? Who does the cover art for you guys of Kalahari?
So there's been a few different artists. The latest one, the one you'll see for The Swarm, has been done by my very talented guitarist, Gino. Our guitarist, Gino, is really into graphics and production now. He's really doing his share of the work here. While the Ivory Tower artwork was done by another graphic that helps us out, very good guy. His name is Adriano. His his name as an artist is Adam Howley, and you can find him on social networks. And we also worked with Ludovico Cioffi for our latest EP, Thea. He's a guitar player in the Modern Age Slavery, a very good deathcore band in Italy as well.
Your band, Kalahari, did the Ivory Tower official lyric video. Please tell us who produced it and who makes your lyric videos and all of your other lyric videos that you have put out.
Okay, so this visualizer you saw for the Ivory Tower was done by Riccardo Scavalenzi. You can find him as Rich in Your Mouth on Instagram. He's a very young kid. I mean, young like early 20s, and he's just an absolute killer when it comes to video making and just graphics, effects. We're really grateful to him. We've been collaborating with him for a while, and it's going great.
I read that you guys have a show coming up. You have a live show, June the 26th, 2021, with Gate Closer release party plus guests in San Marino while you play along with Gate Closer. Please tell us about that upcoming event for you guys of Kalahari.
So we actually played that show this past Saturday, and it was great. It was great being back on stage. We played in this cool club where bikers usually go for a beer or two, and people were hyped. You know, there are still some restrictions. People must be seated, and it's not quite the same as it were before, but hey, it's been just lots of energy being on stage, singing and screaming my lungs out, having fun with my bandmates. That's what it's all about for us.
Yeah, I'm happy to know that you guys was able to get out and do a live show and everything. How have you been dealing with the lockdown and the COVID pandemic over there in Italy?
You know, as it is now, vaccines are getting in, so there are less and less restrictions. Let's just hope that it will hold. For us as a band, it's been rough because we were limited, as everybody was. But also, we kind of took it as an opportunity to change a bit and improve ourselves on different things. You know, we learned how to work from a distance, which is something that in the future could be useful. We worked very much on social media and social music platforms. So it's been real. It's been real. And we toughen it out for now.
Okay, Nicola, let's play a new track from the newest single, The Offering by Kalahari, The Ivory Tower, which we already talked about some here a little bit. It was released May the 19th, 2021, and it is the new single, The Ivory Tower. And we'll be right back with Nicola Pellacani, lead vocalist of death groove metal band Kalahari from Italy. Crank it up and enjoy, my friends. Well, Nicola, please tell us about the music scene coming up for you in your native country, Italy.
Hey man, music scene for metal in Italy is growing actually. I believe at least in the underground. Newer, younger bands are getting their shit together. In my opinion, they're looking very professional out there. They're putting out a lot of good music in a very short amount of time. We have a very strong deathcore scene in Italy, especially in the northern area where we are. We are a bit on a different game. We do things heavy, but we do them in a different way. But there are plenty of places that still organize shows. Well, at least they really did before the pandemic. But I think, also rock and heavy rock is coming back to be a trend, in my opinion, here. So hopefully that will bring some opportunities for bands like us who like heavy shit.
What are the name of some of the bands in Italy that you like, that you listen to currently?
So there are lots of good bands. One right next to us is called Outmayer. They just started off. They do some metalcore. Then there are Sharks in Your Mouth, who are getting pretty big. They were booked for Bloodstock before the pandemic came and ruined everything. Then, as I mentioned with them before, the Modern Age Slavery are a very good metal deathcore band. The Trick or Treat are a very good power metal band. They toured with Rhapsody, with Stratovarius, with Halloween.
Nice.
Also, there are Necrophilia, Lacuna Coil, of course. Lacuna Coil are one of my favorites, and so many different bands.
Who writes the songs in the band, your band Kalahari? What is the whole process in doing so?
So that's a very interesting topic because we actually changed it up a bit lately. It used to be Gabri, and he wrote most of the songs. Most of the songs you can hear on our EP.Theia that we released in 2020. As it is now, The Ivory Tower was written a bit by Gabri, a bit by me, because I also play guitar when it comes to writing music, and a bit by the other guitarist, Gino. And now the Swarm is all me. The newer songs we're writing, it's just a effort between me and Gino. Gabri is going to put some stuff in there. Now we work in a very smart way, because we basically write our own songs right into the computer program, which is either Logic Pro or Cubase, and that's really how things go in 2021 for newer bands. You gotta use the technology, man.
Let's talk some gear talk, Nicola. What's the brand of your mic, and why do you like that brand of mic so much?
So I just use a Bayer Dynamic. It's a modest mic, but for what I do now, it works great. And to be honest with you, my advice for young musicians out there, you don't need to spend a load of money thinking it's going to make you a better musician. Gear is very important, of course, because it needs to value your skills. But as it is now, I have just this simple microphone. It was like $100 and it works great. And then I just bought recently in-ear audio monitoring system so I can hear myself well in every different situation. And for singers out there, I really suggest you to buy some because it saves your voice. It happened to everybody to stop hearing yourself on stage. and especially when you're doing extreme vocals, it sucks. So be safe and get the gear you need, but don't overspend money.
Nicola, let's talk about your voice and everything. Do you do any special exercises to keep your voice sharp and up to par?
I sure do. I sure do. First of all, I go to classes. I've been going for a while. I've been attending extreme vocals lessons where they teach you how to properly do vocal distortion. And I'm also kind of classically trained by another Italian singer. What I do usually is warm up for about half an hour, really find my diaphragm feel. So focus on my body, relax, focus on the breathing, and then after I start using my voice and doing different scales, doing exercises that really loosen my face muscles. Then I warm up also my false chords for distortion. Then I just sing a couple of songs that I really feel without, pushing too hard. And also another advice that I give, always cool down your voice. That's very important. It's almost more important than warming up, I want to say, because imagine, pumping 1,000 push-ups and not stretching after. The day after, you're gonna wake up all sore and stiff,
What are some of you guys of Kalahari, some of your achievements you would like to achieve in the future moving forward with as a band?
Okay, so first thing, build a solid fan base. We want to connect with as many people as we can, and we want to connect for real. So I invite anyone who's listening to the show, just reach out to us on social media. We are really up for just even a chat. If you have any questions, we'll answer. We're super cool guys, and if you just want to talk about music, we're always up for it. We do this for us, but also for the people out there, Then also we would love to put up a nice tour and play a few shows in a row, maybe alongside some bigger bands. We would love to really dive into that mood.
If you could get on some metal festivals in the world, like in Europe, like Wacken and all that, all those great festivals, when bands can tour again, which festivals would you guys love to be on and be a part of?
Well, you mentioned Wacken in Germany, and that's legendary. But I think also Hellfest in France has been getting real cool. They just announced a huge bill, just ginormous bill with amazing bands, and that would be great. Resurrection Fest in Spain is great too, and also I personally love the Download setup in England, so that'd be amazing.
Yeah, all of them are great festivals there over in Europe and everything. Please, Nicola, discuss with us how do you interact and respond to the fans on social media on Facebook and other social media outlets.
So, I'll be honest with you, as friendly as possible. We talking to us, it's like talking to your friend. You can start with hello, how you guys doing, and we'll just reply, hey, what's up, man, how are you doing? We're doing great, we're making music. We just interact through direct messages or comments. If you don't feel like just opening a chat with us, just comment under a post. or tag us in your story if you're listening to our music. For us, it all matters. It all matters to make connection with you. That's all this is about.
Cool. Has any record labels been showing you any interest in signing you? What's your take on that?
To be honest with you, not lately. And our take on that is, for the right offer, we would definitely consider getting into a record label. But for the stuff we're doing now, we're really pretty self-sufficient. What we do is basically rely on professionals who give you the same services a record label would give you, as a social media counselor, or we have a very good friend who deals with the PR for us, public relations. Now we're looking for someone who, now that, live shows are kind of back, we're looking for someone who will help us out with those, but I think we found somebody, so we'll see what comes up. But please, if you have a label and you love our music, hit us up and we'll talk.
Nicola, what is your thoughts on the music industry today here in 2021?
So, music industry today, very, very vast topic, Joker. I'll just try to put it in a nutshell. I think there are many pros and cons compared to older days. First of all, I think that monetizing your music, so making your musicianship a lifestyle, a job, it's harder because there are so many different platforms and so many different bands, and we music had a physical value when we had CDs, vinyls, or cassettes, and now it's just about the music, the object itself. Maybe the collection part of it is kind of lost. But on the other hand, now it's way easier to record stuff with a very high quality. It's very easy to connect with people who are distant. So I think it's a tough world out there, and to shine above others is really hard. But at the end of the day, if it were easy, everybody would do it,
Right, exactly.
So that's how I feel. I hope we'll make it. If we don't, as long as we had fun doing it, it'll be fine. That's how life goes.
You said right now you guys at Kalahari is just putting out singles. Is there any plans for a full-length album maybe soon in the future that the people can know about?
To be really honest with you, we thought about an EP. We have lots of good songs that have been worked on and we want to release. But we feel like right now pushing out singles is the way to go to promote ourselves the best way possible.
Well, we really love the new music, and it grew on me fast. I really love your death and groove metal style you guys of Kalahari have, brother.
Hey, thank you so much, Joker. This is an honor to hear this.
Please tell us where the people can buy music. Give a plug on your websites and any merchandising and T-shirts and logos or anything like that of that nature that people can get, or is there just digital downloads for now?
Oh, no. We do have a merchandising web store out there. You can find our stuff, and hear me out, if you feel like supporting us, we are really grateful, and we will ship worldwide with no problem at all. And you can find our merchandising. We have a few shirts, a mask, and physical version of our EP on our big cartel. So it's this website, this platform that's very cool, very great layout, very intuitive. You just have to type on your browser big cartel / official Kalahari, which is spelled KALAHARI.com. So big cartel / official Kalahari.com. You can support us there. Everything you give us will just invest back into music. So you're literally funding our music.
Awesome. Would you like to give some shout outs to some fans and maybe a new fan to be? What would you like to say to the people who are listening to this interview with us right now?
So I'll first of all give a shout out to all my bandmates who are not with me right now, but they make it possible every day. Then I'll give a shout out to you, Joker, because what you do for us bands is extremely important, and we are so grateful to find people like you who are willing to spend just a bit of their time to promote us and, give us the satisfaction and the motivation to keep going. And then what I want to say to the people out there, don't be scared to step out of your box. If you listen to metal music or even just rock music, and you've never heard of our subgenre or any other subgenre, give it a listen. You never know which kind of emotions you'll feel until you try something. So this is all I have to say. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nicola, it's been a pleasure and honor having you on tonight's show, Joker's Electric Circus, presented by MetalMessiahRadio.com. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule for doing this interview with us here tonight, and the best of luck to you and your bandmates of Kalahari. And you're more than welcome to come back on the show when you want to promote more music in the future. You're always welcome back, brother.
Hey, thank you so much, Joker. I can't wait to be back. Thank you, and thank you to all the staff of Metal Messiah.